While we distribute the written testimony, thank you for being here today. We show you registered as Larry Linenschmidt on behalf of yourself, and that you are testifying neutrally. Is that correct?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for pronouncing my name. It doesn't always come out so well.
Oh, well, you're welcome. Please proceed with your testimony.
Certainly. Chairman Landgraf, Vice Chairman Dominguez, distinguished members of the committee, thank you for this opportunity to talk with you today about issues of concern to me as a theologically conservative Christ follower and a politically conservative voter. We mentioned my name's Larry Linenschmidt. We didn't mention any organizations, but I'm the executive director of the Hill Country Institute, a Christian organization based here in Austin. I host a radio program called Hill Country Institute Live, and I'm a partner with the Evangelical Environmental Network and also a volunteer with the Citizens Climate Lobby. I live in District 50, represented by Cecilia Israel. My ask is really very straightforward and simple. I'd like for you to add carbon dioxide and methane to the gases monitored by the state of Texas under TERP. The monitoring stations and procedures currently in place can accommodate the additional gases quite easily, and I was told by Mr. Yazdani's colleagues that it's virtually no cost to add them and that they just need that approval from you. I'll start with the Bible for my insight into caring for creation. Consider the creation narratives in Genesis. Humans are created in the image of God and given the call to care for God's good creation. Conservatives have a long history of caring for the environment. Richard Nixon founded the EPA to coordinate the national effort to clean the environment. Ronald Reagan said states and federal government have a duty to protect our natural resources from the damaging effects of pollution. Personally, I'm an advocate for practical, conservative, fiscally sound solutions to the issues we face, which also create jobs for Texas. The science of global warming leading to climate change has been extensively studied and verified. Christian leaders from many traditions in the faith accept the science, including Billy Graham and Pope Francis. The science faculty at Christian colleges and universities, including St. Mary's, Baylor, and Wheaton, accept and teach the science of global warming. Along with science faculties at other Texas colleges and universities, including Texas A&M and the A&M system, Texas Tech and the TTU system, and UT Austin and the UT system. In my research, I could not find a single college or university which does not accept and teach the science of global warming. The U.S. military refers to climate change as a threat multiplier and is preparing plans for the tensions which it creates. Data is not partisan. Temperatures have increased and greenhouse gas emissions are the primary cause. Global warming and climate change are harming the citizens of Texas in their wallet and in their health. Texans pay more for air conditioning due to higher temperatures and more for property insurance because insurance premiums or insurance companies recover their costs for major storms by increasing premiums. I welcome interaction with you. If you'd like to follow up in personal discussions at another time on matters of faith and creation care, including climate change, I'd be delighted to visit with you in person. I urge you to actively plan for our great state to be a leader in practical, conservative solutions to climate change mitigation and adaptation. And also, I have one copy, and I'll send this to you by email. The Assessment of Historic and Future Trends of Extreme Weather in Texas from the Office of the Texas State Climatologist at Texas A&M, which gives good insight into what's been happening in the state and what is projected to happen in the state. So thank you for your time.
Yes, sir, and we'll be happy to get that distributed to the members of the committee. Members, are there any questions? Representative Morales.
Yeah. Thank you, Larry. I don't have a question per se, but Chairman, I'd like to know if Mike Wilson can come up and speak to what Larry's proposal would look like for the TCEQ as far as regulating two more gases, methane and carbon dioxide, or any comments towards that.
I'll be happy to do that. Let me
Yes.
let me see if we have any other questions for the witness. Members, are there any? If not, we'll thank you again.
Yes, in regard to your question, you have a man right here who can give you all the answers. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your time.
Okay. At this time, the chair does call Mike Wilson. You are already registered as Deputy Director of the Air Grants Division for the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality and provided testimony previously. Thank you for coming back to answer some questions. And Representative Morales-Shaw had one for you that I'm sure you've already heard, but if there's anything else that you'd like to ask before we let him respond.
Just that. Mike, comment on
Sure, thank you.
And I know we're putting you on the spot, but we appreciate it.
That's perfectly fine. All that is correct. I would tell you that I would have to reach out to our monitoring division within the Office of Compliance and Enforcement to give you more information on what that would look like if you were to add those two contaminants. If you're talking about the world of monitoring and what that would look like to add that to that list, I would have to ask them to speak to that.
Okay, good. Yeah, if you could provide that, that'd be great at some point. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great, thank you very much. Members, are there any other questions? Mike? Representative Goodwin?
So I'm just I'm kind of surprised to find out that those aren't included. I'm just curious, do you know why the carbon dioxide and methane are not?
From a TERP perspective, one of the primary focuses that we have is on reducing NOx emissions. As far as the monitoring goes, that again, that's something that I apologize, I'm not able to really speak to.
Okay,
So we'd have to bring those folks in.
all right, thank you.
Thank you very much.